Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today we're looking at Batman #1, the giant size special edition, hot off the presses, the new series from Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez, just to show you how truly giant size it is, just to compare the standard size Cheshire and Cheetah Rob the Justice League issue 2, also new out this week. I mean, that is huge. What is it, like 12 times bigger than that? Easily, at least, right? Let's get into it. Okay, so I didn't know they were coming out with a new Batman series. These books are so huge, so ridiculous. I love them so much, but they're so not practical. This was slightly damaged. He gave it to me for a discount, and I feel like it even got damaged further on the way home, but it is so hard to keep these in great condition. But as you know, if you watch my channel, that I love treasury size editions, and I did one of my own, and I will continue to love and support and collect them. Anyway, I didn't know there was a new Batman series coming out, and of course my first initial thoughts were, oh my gosh, do we need a new Batman #1? And need it or not, sometimes it's just exciting. It's kind of reminiscent of like when they did a new Spider-Man #1, just so Todd McFarlane could have a showcase. And so you have top tier writer Matt Fraction and top talent Jorge Jimenez. I reviewed the giant size Superman 2025 Treasury Edition that he illustrated. It is beautiful. He knows what he's doing. I love this logo. I love the costume. I love the bright blue. Love the bat signal. I'm on the fence about the logo. I don't know. It looks a little too simple. I'm not sure. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I do hate this giant size special edition button here. It looks so generic and horrible. It looks like something that would be on the package of like Schick razors or something. So shame on you, whoever did the design for that. Always good to see the traditional DC bullet back where it belongs. That says a quality book for me right there. DC all in. You can barely see on this big behemoth. The all in edition initiative. Oh my gosh, what a waste of an ad. Like, I need a giant size progressive flow superhero ad. Interestingly, Darenick, I would say that's illustrated by Tom Darenick, a name who's been in comics for a long time. So good on you for getting such a high profile gig right there. He seems like a go-to artist for sort of like very like traditional superhero art. I love this art. I feel like Jorge Jimenez definitely got the memo on the fact that this was going to be a giant size special edition. The art is stunning. It's beautiful. I love this establishing shot of Gotham City here. It's giving me Sesame Street vibes for some reason, but I love that. So we're establishing a few things here. I don't read like current DC continuity enough. I'm more into like the Absolute line. I'm more into like the miniseries and the specials, you know, like the Cheshire and Cheetah thing, and also, you know, Batman Dark Patterns and whatnot. So I don't know what's really going on, but I'm catching up. So she refers to him, he's like, it's Officer Gordon these days, not Commissioner, old habits die hard. So he's a cop on the beat again. We're very, very quickly establishing certain things. So Killer Croc, it launches out of this window, spoilers by the way, y'all, and lands into this meat truck where, you know, he needs to feast. And Commissioner Gordon's like, we're calling for backup, and by backup I mean Batman. And we're kind of establishing, so as I see in the future, like it's going to be very Batman versus the police coming up. So we're trying, they're very giving the message that you don't call the cops, you call Batman in Gotham City, apparently. So here's Batman standing on top of the building of the blown out wall where Croc just escaped. And it's a great establishing shot. I love this art. Jorge Jimenez is fairly new to me. I know he's been killing it for a while now at DC, and you know, he really caught my attention on that Superman special, and I love his art here. I'm getting some Sean Gordon Murphy vibes. A lot of great kinetic energy, very stylistic. His Batman looks great and on point. So we get this Killer Croc's doctor. He has checked himself in for treatment, and, you know, she treats him as a patient, not a criminal. Batman's like, people don't change. So we're getting a lot of like thematic messaging and moral things being established here. I feel like part of the point of this, the agenda of like, what do you call it, Alfred, and sort of the way Killer Croc is being treated here is to make a more empathetic Batman. I love this. This looks so cool. It's giving me like Fifth Element, sort of Japan, Tokyo. I love this version of Gotham. I think it is so cool. Have we not had the freaking credits page yet? We should be having that soon. So it's interesting to me because it's like the flight suit or whatever. And at first I was like, oh, are we giving Batman too much? You know what I mean? Like I kind of like a more, that's kind of like the appeal of the absolute Batman or whatever. He's like sort of like a more stripped down kind of Batman. Like this is very like the Mission Impossible Batman. Like he has everything at its disposal, which is fine. Because then I was like thinking about it, and I was like, Batman is always the one who like never flies, notoriously doesn't fly, and like he's a bat, so he should be the first one to be flying. So I support the flying bat suit. How's that for a rant? Batman, vast colors in the darks. I don't know, this seemed a little pretentious to me, but it's undeniably gorgeous. DC's been doing these like double page spread, like title pages, and I don't know, it kind of makes it an event, and I kind of love it. Matt Fraction, writer, Jorge Jimenez, artist and cover, Chimeo More colors. Hats off to the colors. The colors are gorgeous here. Clayton Cole's letters. He letters frickin' everything. He's just monopolizing the whole scene. This was giving me John Romita Jr. vibes in the best way possible. That is a JRJR face if I ever saw one. So DC and Marvel are doing crossovers again. I would love, love, love another Batman Punisher by JRJR. Didn't we already have that? But who else can do it better? Nobody. I mean, sure, lots of people can come close. So we're establishing certain things. This was interesting, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I am never a fan of sort of like, okay, so Vandal Savage is the new police commissioner. That's a little bit for my suspension of disbelief. I mean, it's very hard to believe that a convicted felon would hold such an important public office. Okay, so anyway, so Vandal Savage is the police commissioner, and that makes perfect sense. And actually, it's kind of cool. You know what I mean? It's like at this point in the game, I feel like there does come a point where it's almost like the Melrose Place syndrome, where everyone's been everyone's roommate, everyone slept together. So there's only so many different things you can do. So I guess, see, and this is once again, I don't know enough about curtain continuity. This was strange and fun and kind of wonderful. Great Batmobile, great shots. See, this art is gorgeous. Like, if you could see how big it is and how beautiful it is in person, like, totally worth the $15. -3 for damage. What else? Alfred as the frickin' like going along for the ride. So they're set up at Pennyworth Manor now. So I guess what happened to Wayne Manor, I don't know. He makes reference to having used to had like a house or whatever. Robinson Park, there's always these like references to past Bat creators. I like that gimmick. Keep it going. Always want to pay homage and reference to what came before. Since you're doing it by using their themes, characters, and, stuff like that anyway. So Robinson Park is super scary, like Central Park, and this gang is chasing these chicks, and then, wow, the Batmobile just, like, runs right into them. And luckily, people in the DC universe, if you're, like, I don't know, some crazy gang member, you can definitely be mowed down by the Batmobile and survive, and then face further torture from Batman. I mean, you're going to definitely lose teeth and break bones and probably be able to predict the rain for the rest of your life. Look at the beautiful, sweeping storytelling of this. It is so gorgeous. And once again, the colors are just like such a magical combination here. We get this butterfly that he pulls off of her. And I love how she's like, don't touch me. And he like pulls a butterfly out of her ear, basically. And then this helps speak to the theme of change. because this is about change. This is about Killer Croc's transformation. Croc has escaped to the zoo. He looks like he's okay. So they're establishing that he's going through some sort of metamorphosis. It feels like he's becoming a plant, like is he swamp thinging? But then he goes to the zoo to eat animals, and I don't know. And then so we have this bat tech, which is kind of fun. You know, I was kind of thinking comparing it to like the Mission Impossible Batman or whatever. You know, I've been reading a lot of like Silver Age like facsimiles and stuff, and they're so goofy, and the technology is so clearly just outrageous and made up. You know, it feels like more of a challenge to not only come up with something. I mean, I feel like anything you could come up with for Batman to do is probably something that they have in the government, and at least in military technology or something. Perhaps. I don't know. So it's kind of like a trap in a way. This is a cool shot. I don't know. It's very interesting. I kind of applaud them for resisting using the Joker, although who knows, in current continuity, he could be dead, he could be a woman, he could be a Robin. I have no idea. And then Batman, but kind of didn't like this. So he, like, Killer Croc has been, part of his metamorphosis is they're trying to say, like, maybe he's a new person and he's in his infancy again. So, like, Bruce is trying to relate to him like a child, and he unmasks himself, and Killer Croc's like, you new head now too, and I don't know, it's a little cheesy, but I'm trying to stay with it. You know what I mean? Because I am enjoying a lot of it. By the way, some Greg Capullo vibes here too. So I see a lot of like culling of great bad art over the years, and I really do like it. Love a great silhouette panel like this. I don't know. I hope this like goes off the rails, and Killer Croc just like, you know, like part of it is about people can change because butterflies change, but then part of it is people don't change. And I don't want a kind of gentler Killer Croc. I want him biting this chick's head off by the end of the story arc, okay? Let's see what happens, see how it plays out. So here we are at Pennyworth Manor. I do like the unapologetic return of the bat panties. You know, Superman's underwear is back. I It's a classic tradition of superheroes. It's just like you're just gonna have to accept the trend and the aesthetic. If you don't like it, I don't know who you are. And then we finally get like a little bit of more of the Bat universe, and then Robin shows up at the end. And I have to say, I think this must be the Tim Drake Robin. That's the other problem with comics these days. It's like, they're just, like, this is the first issue, right? So assume I have no idea what's going on. You're expecting me to know a lot coming into this, I feel, without a lot of explanation. Like, we don't know who they are, which Robin this is. I'm assuming it's Tim Drake. I do love this costume. I think it looks good. This art is, like, I have no problem with the art. It is so good. A few problems with the story, but once again, it's a great start. I'm kind of along for the ride. I think I started to say, I don't know if I finished it. I'm really glad they resisted using the Joker. Oh, yeah, I did say that. This looks great. I love this. I cannot wait for this. I don't know if they're going to do more big issue number ones. Hurt my pocketbook hopes not, but who knows? Crazy me. I'll be back for more if they are. So hit that subscribe button and make sure you stay along for the ride. So now this DCKO series is coming, and it's establishing the return of Darkseid, but a crazy Omega level Darkseid or something crazy here. I don't know what's happening, but did we have any doubt Darkseid would be coming back? Hell no. Anyway, there it is, for better or worse. Need it or not, it's kind of cool. I'm kind of into it. I definitely will be back for issue number 2, and I kind of suggest you come back too. Definitely pick it up, y'all. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button, and I will bring you more soon.